What's up, y'all? It's Daniel the Shoemmelier, and over the last 3 videos, I've been taking a look at who I think are the best / my favorite current sneaker designers and collaborators. In the first video, I did a starting 11. Why? Because there are 11 starters in American football, soccer, and hockey. In the second video, we moved down to a starting 9 in honor of the 9 players on the baseball team. And in the previous video, I did a starting 5 because in basketball, you do have a starting 5. And before we get to today's video, which focuses on the Mount Rushmore or the top 4 of my favorite / best sneaker collaborators and designers, let's very quickly go through who was on the starting 11, the starting 9, and starting 5. In alphabetical order, we had Bad Bunny, Salehe Bembury, Grace Wales Bonner, Action Bronson, Edison Chen, Ronnie Feig, Joe Freshgoods, Chris Gibbs, Nigel Sylvester, J Tips, and James Whitner. We then narrowed it down because then we went down to a starting 9 and we had Bad Bunny, Salehe Bembury, Grace Wales Bonner, Action Bronson, Ronnie Feig, Joe Freshgoods, Nigel Sylvester, and J Tip. So going from 11 to 9, we only lost 2, but then we went from 9 to 5 and we lost 4 starters. So the starting 5 were Salehe Bembury, Grace Wales Bonner, Joe Freshgoods, Nigel Sylvester, and J Tips. Now, in the starting 11, the starting 9, and the starting 5, I did put together a bench, an alternates list, if you will. And in the previous video, I did talk about a G League where I had an extra 5. Now, we're not going to go into that. You can definitely go check out those videos to see the progression of how I'm going from 11 to 9 to 5 to 4 in this video. And in the final video, the 5th video of the series, we go from the big 3 to the top 2 to the number 1 best / favorite current sneaker designer and collaborator. So without further ado, let's get into who I think are the top 4 or the Mount Rushmore of current sneaker designers / collaborators. In alphabetical order, we start off with Salehe Bembury. Now, we could talk about his work with Versace, with Crocs, with Puma hoops, but we're going to focus this particular video on New Balance. Specifically, maybe a silhouette, a colorway, a story, regardless how you describe it, a shoe that very well may be the most expensive shoe by New Balance on a third-party resale site. And you can let me know in the comment section down below if I am correct or if I'm wrong. But one just needs to look at the resale price for the Lava colorway of the shoe that Salehe Bembury released last year, 2024, to see just how much of an impact he has had on New Balance. He has continuously released new colorways, telling new stories, utilizing his same sort of fingerprint motif throughout everything, and utilizing the great outdoors, Mother Nature, if you will, in his designs. And this carries over to his Crocs collabs with the Juniper, and more than likely what we're going to see out of Puma hoops. But Salehe Bembury is definitely one of the most important designers today in sneakers and sneaker-related type things. So that's why he is on my current Mount Rushmore of favorite / best sneaker collaborators and designers. Next up, we have Grace Wales Bonner, who is on the other side with the 3 stripes. And as I've mentioned in the previous 3 videos, I feel like she's a little bit more luxury, a little bit more high-class fashion house, bringing that language to Adidas with the Sambas and the Gazelles and the apparel and just the other silhouettes that she touches. Not everything is a normal, everyday, utilitarian lifestyle shoe. Some are very high-end, as you can tell from the actual retail price, and then on the resale price of shoes. Not everything she does is for everybody. Sometimes it does read a little bit like catwalk type shoes that look great on the catwalk, but where would you wear them to unless you were going to an 18th century opulent British ball of some sort? But regardless, her design language, her contributions to Adidas make her very much, possibly, maybe, the number 1 designer / collaborator in Adidas's lineup. And that's why, to me, she is number 2 in alphabetical order in my top 4, the Mount Rushmore of current sneaker designers and collaborators. Third up, Joe Freshgoods. Now, in the comment section, from the previous video, longtime friend, collaborator, commenter, etc. Amado, who you can check out on Instagram at the Encyclopedia Sneakerica. He writes amazing, very well thought out, sometimes a little long, blog posts. Yes, blogs are still a thing, so definitely check those out. He mentioned that he did not think that Joe Freshgoods deserved to be in the starting 5, which was last video. I wonder if that would carry over to this video, because I feel like Joe Freshgoods belongs in the top 4. You can see that as of late, the last few days, as Paris Fashion Week is currently taking place, he did release, or it was released, a new colorway of a shoe that he has coming out. It's sort of like an aged shades of pink and aged Badlands, not the gray Badlands, I guess the pinkish stuff that he has used before on previous New Balance silhouettes, or maybe it could look like faded aged bacon. I'm not really sure. But regardless, there is no stopping, no slowing down for Joe Freshgoods, especially with New Balance. I think his design language, I think his contributions definitely deserve inclusion on this list. So when I was putting this list together, and I actually started when I put this whole project of videos together with my Mount Rushmore, this was already decided. I knew who the top 4 were going to be, and then I just expanded. Joe Freshgoods, number 3 in the alphabetical order of my top 4 Mount Rushmore of current sneaker designers and collaborators. And then last up, because we're in alphabetical order, number 4, and if you've been following my videos for the last few years or me on social media, this will come as no surprise that I see our last entrance into the Mount Rushmore is J-Tips. Now, it is Paris Fashion Week, and over the last 2 years, I believe, or maybe just last year, he has started teasing or releasing official images, official on feet of upcoming silhouettes. Now, you can go to his Instagram or his Twitter, and you can find out that this was actually something that was in the works in 2023, I believe September of 23, but we are going to see it later this year, 2025, and this Jazz 9 colorway may very well be my favorite J-Tips release collaboration with Saucony. Now, I thought the first one he released was an amazing home run. That was tops. And then I think we needed the Omni Pro Grid 9, the to-do list. That was like the second collection. And then we go back to the Grid Shadow 2, I believe. The What's the Occasion? I think that's my third. And the most recent, the Matrix collaborations, to me, that's, I think, pulling up 4th as of right now. But regardless, whether it's first or second, the Jazz 9 Saucony collaboration, that might be it. It's either 1 or 2. Most definitely. But without a doubt, in the words of Conceited, who posted this on said release of Jazz 9 by J-Tips, J-Tips has people in sneaker culture, in Khan's words, fiending for Saucony. Did this happen before J-Tips? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe people who just rock with Saucony for years beforehand, they're like, yeah, I can't wait to get that shoe. They're probably mad that there's a lot of hype now behind Saucony, because most of the time they could walk or order the shoes whenever they came out and they get them. And now there's legit hype and legit demand, whether it's hype or resale or whatever. J-Tips has done that to Saucony. And because of that, because of the strength of bringing Saucony into the greater sneaker culture zeitgeist, definite solid entry into the top 4, my Mount Rushmore of current sneaker designers and collaborators. Now, unlike the previous videos, there's no bench, there's no alternates list, because as far as I'm concerned, there wasn't an alternate or additional bonus or bench players to the Mount Rushmore monument that we have here in America. Now, I realize that the purpose of doing a Mount Rushmore is usually like greatest of all time, and if this was a greatest of all time collaborator list, I'm not sure how many of these people that I mentioned would be in it due to recency bias and whatnot. So this is kind of like a temporary Mount Rushmore that could change from year to year if I decided to do videos like this. But right now, those 4 designers / collaborators, I think, are the best, but obviously my favorite sneaker designers collaborators of right now. And like anything, what I think may very well be completely different to you out there. So in the comment section down below, what do you think about my top 4? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Who should not be on the list that I put on the list? Who should be? Who shouldn't be? Yeah, who did I miss? Who should be on the list? Who shouldn't be on the list? How crazy am I? And if you think I got all 4 right, put them in order. Who do you think? I could not very well put them in order other than alphabetical, because beyond that would become a little bit, well, honestly, I'm going to big 3, 2, and 1 in the next video. So I guess I theoretically am putting them in order. Yes, I already know who the big three are. I already know who the top two, and I already know who the number one draft pick, if you will, of current sneaker designers collaborators. So in episode 5 of this series, which will be the next video, this video is releasing at midnight on Saturday. That video will release on midnight on Monday, Central American time. So be sure to check back for that. And then you have 5 videos to go from my top 11 to 9 to 5 to 4 to 3 to 2 to 1, with a few benches and 1 G League thrown in there. So let me know what you think about all this. Go back and check out those other videos. I'm having fun with this. I think, is it a slow time for sneakers? It might be. I'm not sure that I want to make videos talking about how there's only 10,000 Jordan 1s being made. I want the shoe. Probably not going to be able to get it. That's okay. I'd rather do something where I have a conversation about sneaker enthusiasm, sneaker culture, sneaker heads, whatever you want to call it. And I love having the conversation. So in the comment section down below, let's have a dialogue. Let's start about this. And be sure to check out episode 5. And if you haven't caught up on episode 1, 2, or 3 of this, be sure to go do that. Starting 11, starting 9, starting 5. Mount Rushmore starting 4. Coming soon. The big 3, the top 2, and my number 1 draft pick. So to all of you out there, wherever you are, thanks for watching. Stay tuned and just chill to the next episode.